Welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. And this week, my guest, you know him. He's been on here before. He's the host of the Barely Serious podcast. Galyn Nash joins us for episode 69. Woo! Good morning, dude. You look tired and grumpy. And I'm sure
dude, it's fucking 6 in the morning.
It's 9:30, which you picked because you went to sleep at 10 last
It's
night.
9:30 Central Time, which means it's fucking 7:30 real time.
Bro, you've been here for over a month and you went home for 2 days. That shit doesn't count. So
If you look at the percentages,
the percentages of it doesn't even make any sense.
the percentages of how long we've been here versus how long I went back there versus how long I lived in California.
No, because that gets erased by the amount of time that you've been here. I don't know, man. You picked 9:30. That's when you picked, and I had to wake you up at 9:30 because you didn't wake up. That's not my fault.
That is your fault because you're the one that knocked on the door. You could have been like, you know what? I'll let him sleep. I'll do a solo episode.
Nah, it's not as good, dude. I wanted to have you on. Sorry, I wanted to have you on my podcast. Sorry I had to burden you with my friendship, man.
I look like shit.
It's all good, dude.
Hopefully my toes aren't even in
Your
frame.
toes, I think your toes might just be in frame. If not, it doesn't fucking matter. That's their fault.
Well, I mean,
now your big toes definitely in frame.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, wee, wee.
All the way home. Yeah.
Dude, did you know that song's actually about rape?
How? I was like, all right, for sure.
No, I actually don't know what the song's about, but I heard somewhere that it's actually about something like sinister.
Dude, aren't all those little like child nursery rhymes like something sinister like the
Rosie the Red, Rosie the Rainbow? What is it?
Yeah, the ashes, ring around the rosy, pocket full of ash.
It's about like Mount Vesuvius blowing up.
No, it's about the Black Plague or whatever.
Oh,
because you get the pocket full of posies was like the flowers because like. Back then they thought if you had shit that smelt good, you would like live. So they were like, hey man, carry a pack of flowers and you'll be fine. You'll live for days, weeks, years maybe. And then the ashes are all the dead bodies.
Isn't that so funny how they didn't even have like newspapers? It was just like word of mouth.
Yeah, dude. Well, like there was people like me.
She turned black and then she died. Or they probably didn't even call it died. It was probably like she went into the forever land.
Yeah,
or
to the afterlife, the crazy religious shit. Bro.
Dude, wait, hold on. What was the, when we were talking to that Mormon chick, what was their hell called?
Oh,
it was like the...
Fuck, I gotta look this up.
It was like the outer realm or something.
Yeah, it was something so sick sounding. I'm gonna pull my laptop over here.
I was talking about it with Tony, and I couldn't remember it, so I was calling it like the outer realm. He's like, dude, that sounds like where Thanos lives. I was just like...
It's called... was it the spirit world? That's not what it was. No. That's what it says.
It's like called
here.
like the dark chasm or something.
It was something super crazy. It's not coming up. She called.
Yeah,
it
maybe she was
weird.
making it up. Dude.
I think as I look it up and everything on Google said the spirit realm. I was like, whatever she told us, she made up. But it sounds cool. It was definitely something like the outer realm.
Well, now I'm gonna unfollow her.
Yeah. But no, dude, you realize like we were talking about like the back in the Black Plague in the 1400s, like anyone could just say they were a doctor. So like me and you could have pulled up in Austin and been like, "Hello, everyone, we're doctors and we're here to save you," and people would have just bought anything from us.
Why would anybody want to do that?
What? Be like a random ass doctor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you fake your way into a job? The fuck?
I feel like you probably made so much money back then just like selling people random ass shit to save their life.
Or waiting for them to die and then just like stealing their TV.
Bro, that's such a good point though. You could really like pose as one of those doctors and go around and
start looting.
Yeah, you're like, the Nash family, like they're all gonna be done by Tuesday. Like I'm gonna pull up Tuesday night and you could take all their shit before anyone found the body.
Take their cows and goats and shit.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck valuables were back then. I don't even know what a value, like money.
Corn seeds.
Yeah, when was money invented? Do you know when money was?
Well, I mean, they had money, bro.
They did like some form
Coins
of currency.
Or whatever,
yeah,
but like paper money wasn't invented until like later on.
Yeah, my dumb ass was like, I wonder when the U.S. money was invented, and the fucking U.S. was not even invented at this
not
point.
Even a chance.
Yeah, I think Christopher Columbus had like just gotten over.
Who also did not discover America.
No, he didn't. Which is, I don't know. That's cool that we get to learn about
I
that.
just wanted to throw your white ass under the bridge.
Yeah, dude, that looks
Yeah, when
bad.
Christopher Columbus landed, that's when money came.
Back when
right.
my savior Christopher, man.
Yeah.
All right, dude. I want to get into the episode. First off,
Luckily, I even fucking made it here. Bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks. It was a real far walk for you to get here, wasn't it?
No,
from
I
your
meant
room?
like, thank God I didn't get arrested in LAX.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. You actually are going. We're gonna go into it early. We're gonna go into the dumbass of the week because this week, the dumbass of the week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
Is you, Galyn, because of what happened with you in TSA, and I'll let you share the story.
Give me a sec.
Because this is crazy. Yeah, he's gonna go get it. So if you, for those of you who are listening, Galyn just got up to go grab some shit, but he went to California this weekend. He went back for some like family stuff, a wedding, and he had the craziest shit happen to him in TSA. So he just went and grabbed it, and he's gonna tell you the story now.
The craziest shit that happened to TSA happened at the LAX TSA.
Yeah,
The Texas TSA didn't notice shit.
which is hilarious.
Which, like, I literally went through security in like 5 minutes and it was packed. Like, there was just like, they just like waved everybody through, I guess. But first of all, so the chick in front of me at the LAX one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen. So I was planning on like following her through the airport a little bit.
Oh yeah. That doesn't sound weird at all.
No, I'm just saying, like, to see, like, you know, like if she goes to
follow her
Starbucks.
home, wear her skin as a suit.
No, you know, but if she goes to Starbucks, be like,
Yeah.
I like Starbucks.
Yeah.
Let me get your number, even though I
Yeah.
totally don't drink coffee. I'd follow her into like the line, and then she'd like order like an ice smoker or whatever the fuck, and I'd get like a hot chocolate kids temperature. And you're like, I like Starbucks, but
That'd be great, dude.
so then like she's grabbing her stuff, and I'm like waiting for my stuff, and like only my shoes come through, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, it's probably not a good thing. Dude.
Yeah.
And like it's funny because like I had a weird feeling like in the back of my head, like when I was waiting in line, because I had my headphones in, that I was like, dude, someone could totally just like plant something in my bag right now, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
And so like my bag didn't come through, and then this like older man comes over, and the bag comes through, and I was like, all right, fuck yeah. And then the guy grabs it, and I was like, well, that's fucking ass.
Yeah.
And he was like, is this your bag? And I was like, yeah. And so he's like, we need like to do an extra check. And I was like, oh, great. And so like we go over to the side, and he like pulls, like he doesn't like pull me in like a room or nothing, but like he takes me away from everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
everyone's
shit.
staring at
Yeah.
you and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well have a turban on. And
Yeah,
like,
dude, he literally was like, you might want to put your shoes on for this. And I was like, all right, for sure. So I put my shoes on. This is all I fucking had now.
Yeah. Your only
my hat.
possession.
Yeah, and I had my wallet and my phone because they don't have it in the bag. And he's like, before I go into your bag, is there anything in here that could be potentially sharp or dangerous to me? And I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And he was like, good answer. And I was like, all right, well, if
Aren't
that's
you the one who X-rayed my bag?
yeah, I
why
was
are
like,
you
if that's a
asking
good answer to you, then, you know, I should be fine.
Yeah.
So he starts going through my bag, and he starts going through, like, my, you know, my toiletry bag. And he, like, grabs the toothpaste, because I had, like, a big-ass container of Crest toothpaste, because out here it's only $2.
Yeah.
But
Nice flex.
suckers. And I was like, and he was like, this is too big. I was like, you fucking serious? And I was like, you could just throw that away, man. I got money. You know, like I felt like a baller.
I don't need it.
And so he's like, oh, we don't throw it away. And I was like, okay, well, dispose of it
I
however
don't
you
give a
want,
fuck,
sir.
dude, yeah.
Dude. I'm like, if you're not giving it back, you could put it up your own asshole. I don't give a fuck. And then he starts like, he opens up this secondary pouch, which, and this is my backpack from high school.
Yeah.
So this is an Arcadia Invitational 2014 Nike Air Max bag, which is gifted to runners who qualify for Arcadia Invitational, which is the fastest track meet in the country, high school.
That's
prep.
That's a dope ass bag.
It's fucking sweet, but it's like I've worn it so much that like the bubbles are popped.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
so I'm
funny.
like,
Yeah, you
fuck,
could
dude.
definitely tell it's a used bag.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, I'd be walking around the meets shirtless after races, wearing you know.
Oh yeah.
How black
shit.
it is.
Damn, that's dirty as fuck.
Well, you know, I'd be walking around shirtless, sweaty as shit right
yeah, I
after
mean, yeah,
a race.
it makes
like,
sense. Yeah.
and so like, but it doesn't smell or nothing.
Yeah.
To me anyway. So you know what it smells like? Glory.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
wasted youth. But and so he like reaches into this pouch right here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's nothing in there. And so, like, besides, you know, cookies and M&Ms, which I'm glad I went through. So
Yeah.
grab those later.
Nice.
And he pulls out this brown bag, which immediately
Yeah.
I recognized from my Oregon trip or the tour me and Dom did fucking like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't even smoke anymore, but I recognized the bag right away, and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" Like in
Dude,
TSA,
how scared were you?
my heart dropped lower than my fucking nutsack. I was like, "No,
Dude.
no!" I literally started like I wasn't like freaking out because it was like also like early in the morning, but I literally was like, "Wow, this is how I go out, huh?"
Yeah, no, because you sent me a snap where you were like, I got so scared, I felt a feeling I'd never felt before, and that's crazy.
I've never felt this feeling before because it was
Yeah.
just immediate. What? I was just like,
and it's like a rare situation where like you could get in trouble for that, but you really didn't mean to bring that.
Right.
Like you weren't even doing some like sketchy shit. You
Dude,
truly
remember
were clueless. to it.
my first thought was like, oh my god, like because I remember like in like 5th grade and you'd go to like Camp Cedarwood or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, make sure you double check your bags because in case you went on a camping trip and there's like a knife in there, you could get expelled.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, what idiot's doing that? And then here I try to bring a bunch of weed
Yeah.
through TSA. And so like I was like, oh, so I literally was like, oh, I don't even know what that is. You know, just like immediately my acting skills like came into play, and I was like, dude, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And so then he like, even though I totally knew what the fuck this was.
Yeah.
And like he's holding, and before he sets it on the metal table, he goes, what do you have, like a pipe in here or something? And I was in my head, I was just like,
Yep.
yeah, that's exactly what that is, man.
Good guess, dude.
Yeah, and so like, and then he literally sets it on the table, and it makes that, you know, that.
Yeah, like the
That-
clinking
the clink,
glass
like-
noise.
And I literally was like, because there's part of me that was like, because my dentist office gives at the end and
Like the goodie bag.
the goodie
of
bag in a
shit,
brown
yeah.
bag with like a, you know, a little mini toothpaste and a
Mhm.
toothbrush and floss or, you know, condoms, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, maybe there's a chance, and it went like,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, there's some weed in there for sure. And so then he opens up the bag and he just looks and he goes, what the fuck? And I was like, no, dude. I was like, dude, I'm about to serve time.
Oh,
And he pulls out this fucking used ass fucking weed piece. I tried to bring a lighter on the plane.
No, dude.
My weed grinder with weed in
Oh
it
my
still from
God.
like 2 years
That
ago.
shit's probably petrified.
Yeah,
It's probably considered a weapon. It's so hard at this point.
And so I was like sweating buckets, and he goes, I have to go talk to someone. And I was like, of course you do.
Yeah.
And then so like he like leaves, and I'm fully expecting like a cop to come and like arrest me or something. And then he just comes back and he goes, puts it in my bag, and he goes, you're lucky it's legal. And I was like,
That's crazy, for real.
and I was like, for real? And he goes, yep. And then like he put it in my bag, and he's like, you're good to go. And I just like
Just let you go.
I just slowly started walking away, and then like after you know, like, dude, you know, like when you like you don't fish, but like when you like catch and release a fish and you catch it and you take your picture and you put it back in the water and it kind of sticks around for like a half second, like, really, you dumb bitch, you're putting
Yeah, and
me
then
back,
just- and
boom, and then it's
zooms
gone.
away.
Yeah, and then I just took off, dude. And then like I sent that snap, I was just like, holy shit. And I was just
Yeah.
like, dude. But the craziest thing to me is that the guy just let me keep on my carry-on. Like,
Yeah, I don't feel like you shouldn't be able to bring a lighter.
how about you take that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a hole in the plane, and then that plane's
Or
going
like,
down.
what happens if you like? I could have been in the fucking like the fire escape or like the bathroom.
Yeah,
just
dude,
being like-
setting the fire alarm off and shit.
Dude,
Yeah,
get the fuck
I'm
out here.
almost like I checked in for a flight this morning, and I'm almost positive the first thing it says is no liquids and flammables.
Yeah,
which a
so-
lighter is a goddamn
it's
flammable.
the ultimate flammable.
That
Like,
TSA agent did not give a fuck. He was like, burn it up, bro. Like he was
Yeah,
high as
dude.
hell himself. Did
the guy took my toothpaste, but was like, take that lighter with
Yeah,
gas in
what,
it.
bro? My flight's gonna get blown up by a domestic terrorist tomorrow. Like I just lost all faith in
Well-
TSA because of that.
No racism,
Mm-hmm.
but I was flying Spirit Airlines,
Oh.
and everyone on the flight, like I was pretty much the only white dude on the flight. There was a
Yeah.
lot of, you know, African Americans and
Yeah.
Latino people.
Yeah.
And so I knew there was no chance that there was going to be any tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Because there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
one that values their life more and that will step up and fight someone.
Yeah.
Dude, you know that the 9/11 planes, 100% that got hijacked were all white people.
Oh, full
Like,
of
they were-
white people, and they were like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
I don't
God,
want to
let-
touch him."
Let me call my family and say
Bro.
it's over. And
Bro,
it's
if
like-
you would have got a minority, they were gonna be like, "This is my first time in America. I just got here. ain't nobody taking me out the world except me. Like,
Yeah,
they're going to
dude.
get up and take this shit personal. White guy's like, oh, well, I shouldn't interrupt him while he blows
Yeah,
up this
yeah,
plane. I'll
dude.
wait.
That would be so rude of me.
Yeah. Was there a part of you, dude, that even after you got through TSA and you were sitting there in your flight until you got on your flight, part of you was like, I'm just going to get dragged away by the SWAT team right now.
Like,
Someone's going to propel through the window and shit.
Like the guy, like they went to talk to the guy was just like,
Yeah.
What was his gate area? Let's fuck with this kid a little bit. He looked so scared. Let's let him think he pulled one on us.
Yeah, or just like they keep walking by, like staring at you. They're like, hey, all units just patrol gate C and just give a guy in the Angels hat a weird look. And
Yeah,
like,
dude.
everyone's
I
staring at-
almost swapped hats.
Yeah.
I almost swapped hats into my other Angels hat.
Just change you one of those, the glasses with the nose and the fake mustache and shit, change your whole identity. Did you have the piece and stuff going through Texas TSA? Dude, that's the insane part. I know
Yeah.
we're in Austin and it's decriminalized or whatever, but
It's not.
it is in Austin.
Oh.
But I don't know if like the
They just did-
airport
It was
has
so deep in my bag, but like, oh, dude, actually,
Yeah.
But like, they X-rayed all the bag, so it's like
It doesn't-
It
yeah.
should have just been like, I'm weed, or
Yeah.
like whatever.
Are we more mad at LAX TSA for letting you keep the lighter and not your toothpaste, or Austin TSA for letting you keep all of it, just no questions asked?
Probably Austin TSA
Yeah.
because they're always like, it's funny because they're always like brainwashing us. Like in the line to get into TSA, they have those TVs and like the Secretary of Defense is like on there and he's like, we do everything in our power to keep you and your community safe.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk like that. He's like an old white guy, but like, he's like, we do everything in our community to keep you and your family safe. And then they fucking just let me carry all this shit on. The next time, dude, I'm literally just going to bring a gun and see what they say.
See how far you can push Austin TSA.
Yeah, and then when they take me over, they're like, dude, what the fuck is this? I'm like, well, you let me keep a lighter.
Your ass could have made a pipe bomb with toothpaste, a lighter, and a piece.
They
Already.
probably took one look at me and my uncombed hair, and they're like, this guy's too lazy.
Yeah, they knew there's
This
no,
guy's-
yeah.
They're like, this guy's probably not even going to brush his teeth with this anyway.
He is not organized enough to make a terrorist attack happen. Like
Yeah, not a chance.
they could see right through you. Yeah, dude, that's
Unless you bet me $10 that I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would be too lazy unless someone was like, "Yo, gee, I bet you couldn't bring a whole plane down." You'd be like, "Oh, I couldn't bring a plane down."
I probably could.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know.
open up the emergency exit door, bro. Just
That'd be the I always think
every people
about
start
that.
like flying out of it and shit. Just
Like-
like a small child.
Like, you realize that person that they're like, can you protect by the fire? Are you good sitting here?
Just
All it
regular
takes
people.
is that guy, like, he goes yes, and right before takeoff, it's like, boo boo, hello, and it's his wife, and she's like, I fucked Gary, and I'm leaving you. For him to just in the middle of the flight be like, fuck this, and open the door for all of us.
Start flying out.
What about? Did you ever hear that story? It was Michael Rappaport tackled a guy on a plane because this guy, I guess it ended up being that he was like super drunk and got too fucked up and took like some pills before he got on. And he was so fucked up, he was trying to find the bathroom and he kept trying to open the emergency exit. And people were like, stop. And then Michael Rappaport just speared his ass and like tackled him. And
I haven't heard of
they had to like put him in a like they had to fucking tie him up in his plane seat and shit because he was just kept trying to rip open the emergency exit. That'd be so fucking scary, dude.
You know what's even scarier?
Mm-hmm.
A plane getting hijacked.
Yeah. I would
That's also
accept death immediately.
That's also the funniest thing to me. Not about 9/11. Like, it's,
Yeah.
Like, if not, I'm not saying that it was all funny. And
keep
this
backtracking.
right here
Keep backtracking. Yeah.
is the funniest part of all the funny things about 9/11.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there were some funny things, like the fact that you remember that one flight that landed like in the middle of a Pennsylvania field
Yeah.
because they like fought back or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
That would be the ultimate ad.
Yeah.
It's like, you won't go into a building. You might go into a field. But I think that's fucking hilarious because it's like, well, why'd they land in the field? Like, the plane already became compromised. Why didn't, like, the two dudes who hijacked it or whatever, why didn't they just, like, close the cockpit door and lock it? Like, how
Yeah,
the
there's
people
not a
even...
lock on that
Yeah,
door.
yeah, dude. Like... like they got compromised. Oh no! I hope they don't open up this unlocked door.
Yeah, what do you
and
think
stop us?
What do you think they locked it? And then someone else was like room service, and he's like, "Do we also room service?" They opened it, and it was just that. Just I don't know.
Or
Maybe
like Zero Dark 30 when they kill Osama.
yeah.
And they just knock on the door after smoking all of his homies on the other floors, and they go, Osama. And he opens the door and they cap him. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he just was like chilling, watching TV. He's like, "Oh shit, my homies are here. Hold up."
Yeah, the best part is they like Osama's not even his name. That's just what us white ass people in America call him. That's not even his real name.
Dude, the guy's probably whispering in an American accent too.
Osama.
Yeah, he's like
From the South.
He's like, Osama, and he's like, he's like, huh? Osama's like, that is weird. I haven't heard anyone speak English in months. Why am I speaking in English? Just opens the door to get capped. Fucking moron,
Do
bro.
the Osama voice again.
Osama.
No, that was sounded Arabic.
Oh, yeah.
The southern one.
Hold on. I gotta like say, well, how did it? Osama.
Osama.
Osama, can you open the door? What a fucking idiot, dude.
That's not how it went down in real life, but like,
Yeah, no,
and people are like, it was dramatized for the movie. I'm like, I would have rather them just do the real thing. That was ridiculous.
I'd love to see some like remake, like a porno one with like the guy where he's like, I got this pizza here for you, and he's like,
Yeah.
no way, and he opens it and it's a fucking Glock, and he
Blows him away, and then they fucking lick his
Did
butthole.
someone order extra Glock, like some
Oh,
bullshit?
no.
You know, the corny ass line they gotta have.
That movie, Death Killing, of like the most notorious guy in American history,
Yeah.
is like so like that was so corny. It was like the equivalent of like the other guys when they like jump off the building. Like,
Aim
there's-
for the bushes.
Yeah, it's the
Here goes my just
And that movie was a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude, with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, that was the equivalent.
But that movie's made definitely for people who sound like the guy who goes, Osama.
Yeah.
Osama. They're like, hell yeah, we killed Osama. Like,
The people that wear like the "We Killed Osama" merch.
Yeah. There's a lot of people
I
out
got
here
me and
like
my
that.
family matching T-shirts. We got them.
I was at the Capitol building like a couple weeks ago, and I saw like the fattest fuck, like the most Colonel Sanders white
Okay, asshole.
fat fuck. And he was
shaming.
wearing like the Trump 2024
Yeah.
shirt. I was like, what? And then he had,
That dude's not
and
making
his
it.
wife, total pig too. And then the hottest daughter ever. Like ridiculously hot. Like so hot your girlfriend goes, hey, look how hot that girl is. And we're both like, this girl is ridiculous, with the two most ugly, atrocious looking
Go
parents and
ahead
shit.
and call 911.
Why?
Checking out a 14-year-old girl.
Don't try and put that evil on me, dude. You about to do jail time and for having weed and taking it on a plane. Like, you could have gotten, like, if that happens in Austin, there's a chance that you are actually like in real trouble. Like, I get a phone call from you like 10 miles down the road, and I'm like, hello, and you're like, I need you to bail me out.
I think that it's cute that you think that I know your phone number by heart.
I'm sure they
I
let you
literally-
use your phone to make your phone call. I mean,
No,
I'm sure.
Not a chance. They would just be like, whatever number you know, and I would literally, the only number I know is my own, and I would just call myself. Be like, you know what? Who usually comes through in situations like this? Who's a good friend? Me.
You
didn't pick up. What a dick. What a piece of shit.
You would leave yourself a voicemail just so you could clip it and put it on Instagram when you get out of prison.
Yeah, it's like, and it would literally be like, you are now receiving a collect call from
Yeah.
Broussard County Jail.
It'd be your
Yo,
album
bro,
intro.
you'll never guess what happened. I got arrested. Can you come pick? Oh.
That would be fucking great, dude. Yeah, that story was wild, and I can't believe like you've been home for since last night, and we like hung out for a little
10 hours.
We just have been trying to avoiding talking about this. We're like, bro, we're doing the podcast. Just don't. We rode home in silence and shit.
Yeah, I
like,
did
we're like,
everything.
don't-
Yeah, dude, nothing. Not even a. How was the wedding, bro?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to ruin any.
fucking sucked. Like
Yeah, dude. So you went back for 2 days. How was it? Because I'm at
3 technically.
3. Okay, so by the time this podcast comes out, I'll be back in Cali for like a week. Was it weird being, or what did it feel like being back? Like, did it never feel like you left? Was it a little weird? How was it?
It didn't feel like I existed. Like I didn't feel present. Like
Okay, yeah.
there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like especially because it's Catalina, and it's like
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
no, because like my mom's side of the family, we used to go there like every year.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
my great grandpa was an artist. You've seen his painting in my
Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah.
Well, and that's like a shitty painting. Like I'll show you
That painting's pretty sick. Like,
but it's like
it's a shittier of his painting.
It was literally like he found that. That's an original. He found that in his drawer like 30 years later because it was just one of those he was just fucking around.
Yeah, just a throwaway.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But like his paintings are actually like incredible, and most of his paintings are of shit on Catalina.
Yeah.
But they have like a Catalina like art festival, and so he would always go every year and win it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And sometimes second place, but whatever. And win it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But we would grow up going to Catalina, and so it was weird being there because I hadn't been there in like my grandpa passed away in like 2014.
Yeah.
We've only been back like since once. And so it was like really weird being back there and like, guys, have you ever been to Catalina?
Yeah. I went. I've been twice, but I was young.
To Avalon or to Twin Harbors?
I've been to. Okay, so I've been to the side like the popular one with Catalina wine mixer, the little mini golf course, like the port that you come from Long Beach. That's Avalon, right?
Avalon, yeah.
I've been there, but I've also
where they have
been
the casino, the big ass building.
Yeah, I've been on the opposite side because I was in Boy Scouts and they took us to the other side to molest us.
Yeah.
And then we really we camped on the other side.
Yeah, there's.
And I
nothing on
don't
the
think
other
I was
side.
molested.
There's nothing on the other side, and you know how I know? Because there's literally also nothing on the good side either.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
it's like, we would literally go there as kids, and they are like my aunt and uncle and shit would just give us kids, like $50 each, and be like, "Don't get arrested."
Yeah,
because
that's kind of sick though.
They would give us money, and they would because they knew that if they didn't, we would just go around and steal shit anyway. Like so, they would just be like,
funny.
"It's better to. It would be cheaper for us to just give them $50 each than bail money." But like, dude, like so many family memories there. But like, I was thinking about because we walked on the pier that they had, and it reminded me of the time that so they have a weigher, like a fish weigher, and so like the boats will come in after fishing all day, and so like this one time, me and my cousins, and I don't remember who else was there. Maybe my aunt and uncle, and maybe my mom, just happened to be at this thing when this boat pulls up, and they caught this fucking huge marlin. And so they tied it up, waited on the scale, and they were like, and there was a crowd of people because it's like, yo, this thing's huge, bro.
Yeah.
And they were like, they had everybody guess the weight, and whoever got closest won like a dinner for 5 or whatever, or 6 at like the fanciest restaurant in town. And my cousins are attractive, and so they put their guesses in, right? You write on a piece of paper, submit it or whatever. Or no. It was like verbal. It was verbal. So the dudes knew whose guesses were who.
Yeah.
And my cousin won. Now that I'm older, I look back on it, and there's not a fucking chance that her guess was anywhere close to the actual thing. They probably were just looking at the crowd and like, who do we want to see again?
Yeah.
who do we want to
horny ass fish?
Yeah. Who do we want to give a free dinner and drinks to?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, right. Meanwhile, there was probably some like veteran man in the thing that was like, you're telling me that it's not 12.75 3/4?
Yeah.
Show me the weight. But no, it was so fucking funny. But shit like that where we'd always just like get into trouble and like fuck around and like, and it's always, dude, it's always like Catalina's always just like horny dudes because I remember my other cousin, who's also attractive, dropped her like fishing pole over the edge of the pier. And it was like her dad's, and it was like expensive, and so I remember her like crying, being like, "Holy shit! Like you don't understand, like my dad's gonna kill me, and stuff." And like these two dudes were just like, "We'll get it," and they just like jumped off the pier and like dove down and got it, and like didn't get any. Like
The power of pussy, bro.
Dude. It like makes no sense, but like. Because it's funny because, like, looking back on shit like that, where, like, if that was me to, like, an attractive girl, there's not a chance I would, like, risk drowning over a fucking just tell your dad to buy a new one.
Yeah, if those guys would have been like, we'll help you, and thrown you in to get it. Like, there's no chance they're
Hold your breath.
Yeah.
Human can last a minute underwater.
That's cool that you got to go back, though, and it's always fun. Like, because that's where I'm going back for this family trip.
Catalina?
It's not at Catalina. It's a camping place in Malibu. But I'm saying, like, the same thing is, my family's camped here for like 50 years, and I've been camping there. The first time I went there, I was like 3 months old. So it's like a family thing. So it's cool to go back and see all that shit. But also, like, because this is your first time living away from home, like out of state and coming back. I've done it before with college. Don't you feel like when you come back and you try and re-assimilate, so you get like hung out with your friends and all that, and not that like you don't get along with your friends, but don't you feel kind of like an outsider in the story? Like not that they don't fuck with you anymore, but you're like,
No,
you didn't feel like that?
everything was about me.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
Like-
you do. It's the first time back.
This loser over here.
No, the first time I came back, I remember we had like a coming back party and everyone's excited to see you. But the more you come back, the more like next time you come back, like Dom won't be able to make it out for drinks because he's old and he won't.
Right.
He won't. You know what I mean? Like you'll start to get that feeling where home starts to feel less like home, which is a really weird feeling to have.
Nah, I don't think I'll ever experience that because I only have like 3 real friends out there, bro.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? It's not like you have like a friend group and group chats. I don't
Yeah.
have group chats with people. I don't have
Yeah.
like I literally like my circle is fucking Marissa, Amy, Joseph.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
And so like, and there's people that are on like the outer circle that I trust or whatever. But like, if they like disappeared or like, it'd be like, what? Want me to cry myself to sleep?
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
You know what I mean?
You'll
So
throw
it's
up you'll throw up a story post, but not a grid post. For
right.
that.
Yeah. So there's not a chance that like that one of those 3 that is just like, it's like
No, I'm not saying that they don't fuck with you because it's not like any of my friends ever were like, oh, we don't fuck with you, but you get back and like someone's like Joseph was like, yeah, that was crazy, and she was like, oh my god, that, and you're like, ha ha ha, I don't know what you're talking about because I wasn't here. Like for me too, I'd come back and like a homie has a girlfriend now, and I'm like, whoa, bro, like I thought you were gonna die alone and shit, and now you're dating someone. Like I guess
then
like
the
you said
girlfriend's
too
ugly, you gotta hold your tongue.
Yeah,
Been there.
I guess you're right though, because like my friend group is like 8 or 9 people, so there's more shit that can change and more things that happen and all that. How was the wedding though?
It was fun, dude. Thank God they like kept it short because
Short weddings are the best. My wedding will not be long. Those suck.
Yeah,
no one
no.
wants to be there.
No,
No one
yeah, no
enjoys
one
it. Not
already-
even the people in it.
Like, we like you, bro, but the
Yeah.
sun's out.
Yeah. I'm bored, hot, and there's sports on.
And we're not even supposed to like be on our phones.
Yeah, and you're supposed to like maybe there's a cocktail hour right before, but like you're not even allowed to really be drunk at this point either.
Oh, I drank, bro.
Well, me, yeah.
I was like, because I bought a 12 rack, and so like the first night I had like 6, but I was only there for 2 days.
yeah.
And I was leaving the night of the wedding anyway. Like my last boat,
Yeah.
I was on the last boat at 9:45. So I was like, well, I gotta kill this off. So I had like 3 beers before the wedding, and without eating anything. I had
Yeah.
like 1 Danish at my ghetto hotel.
Your hotel looks shitty. Not as bad as the Fresno one, but pretty.
No, well, dude, that ghetto ass shitty hotel that like was living in Harry Potter's closet was fucking $200 for the night.
Bro, I stayed at a beautiful hotel for $90 in San Antonio. That hotel that I stayed at this weekend, which had like a view of the river walk.
It had a
like-
view of trees covering the river.
Yeah, bro.
walk.
Sorry that my room had a king size bed with a couch in it and a TV that said "Welcome Brandon Lejean," and yours. You had to
How
put
how
fucking.
hard is it to print out something?
No,
You
no, no.
guys
It was
were
on
like,
a
you guys were
TV.
like, you guys were
Dog,
like
you're the
shout-
one-
Hold on, time out. You guys were like shouting out like the restaurant, being like, congrats on your 4-year anniversary. It's like, yeah, bro. Like you.
Dog,
fucking,
no, because they gave
It's a
you
5-star restaurant.
No, I know, but I've never had that happen. And I put like in the like you have to book it through Open Table, and in the special instructions, I was like, could we get a good table? Because I wanted one by the window. I was like, it's our 4-year anniversary. Trying to be and give it to, and they did.
Right.
But then they brought us our menus and then took them and then gave us the ones with the thing printed on it. So it was like cool because we didn't ask
That's
for
cool.
it.
Did you keep it?
Yeah, we kept one of them because she was like Erica wanted it. And she was like, should we keep both? And I was like, well,
What are we
if we
gonna do
have
with it?
one, we both have it. And if we break up, I don't fucking want it. And then I won't have it anymore. So like, we only need one. You can keep it if we splits because
Yeah.
I'm cool. But
You could keep it under her pillow or whatever.
yeah, wake up and
We
just
made it
smell
4 years.
But I don't know what the point of that was. But yeah, your hotel sucked. And then you were saying that you were drunk going to the wedding.
No, I wasn't drunk, but I was, And what the thing that sucked ass is that we had to like, also my dad rented a car, but he didn't rent a car.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the guy that like takes your bag. So like him and his now wife stayed at like the nicest hotel on the island
Yeah.
and put us up in this crack shack.
Yeah.
And which makes sense because we each had our own room,
Mm-hmm.
and so for each to have our own room at this hotel, so me, my stepbrother, my stepsister, and my real brother,
Yeah.
$200 each night.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That's $800 a night. So it's not like he's going to put us in the nicest hotel in town.
He
Bro.
should have put all 4 of you in just one $800 hotel. Like, here's the nice hotel.
Yeah, bro, like a suite at one of
Yeah.
the. Yeah, dude, come on, dog. Think with your
You
head.
probably could have saved money.
Yeah.
Now that you have a stepbro and stepsis, are you gonna watch more stepbrother and stepsister porn?
I don't even watch porn.
Oh yeah, I guess you don't watch
but
porn.
the car was the guy that like brings your bags up to the room,
Yeah.
and the guy was just like, "Oh yeah, you could take my car," and my dad gave him like all the cash he had in his pockets, which was $17, and the guy just let him take his car.
Where do you let him take it to?
The wedding to like drive because it was on the top of a hill.
Oh yeah.
And so he,
what a
like-
nice fucking dude. I would never let a random person use my
Well,
car.
here's the thing: the car reeked of weed. Reeked of
He
weed.
was just a nice high guy.
Yeah, or well that, but I think that it was the guy probably like drives like customers and like his boss around and probably just lets random people take it so that he could blame the weed smell on us. Like, I don't smoke in my car.
Dude, it must have been that old dude I let
Yeah.
take it to his wedding.
Yeah. You know
Dude,
everybody smokes at weddings.
I have to go to dude, fuck, I have to go Sunday. I have to go to a lesbian wedding, but it's a super religious lesbian wedding, which
Well,
that doesn't
makes no sense.
exactly, like it's in a church and they want it like how you gonna have a wedding revolved around and in a place where they absolutely don't want you?
Yeah, there's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I mean, I get it. Whatever, they're religious. Like, it probably does a lot for them, and it means a lot, and that's cool. And I don't give a fuck. And
Obviously not, because they're going to hell.
but that, yeah. Well, that's because that's what I'm saying. Like, wherever they go to church, there's no way the pastor's like, "Hey, you little gay couple, like, you're totally going to heaven." Like, dude, I used to go to church, and I remember them like openly, like, bro. When I used to go to church when there was that giant mass shooting at the gay nightclub, remember? And every week they would do memoriams for people that passed, and right then like that was when like shootings became cool and shit, and there was like a bunch of shootings happening.
She's been cool for a while, bro.
Yeah, but like they became like everyone started having mass
Mainstream.
shootings. You know what I mean? Mass shootings became mainstream. They sold out. And like every week it was like, we pray for the people of Columbine, and then it was like that week, and they were like, and there's no memoriams this week, and I was like, oh god damn,
deadliest
bro.
one.
Yeah, what the fuck? So like, I just don't get it because
How funny would it have been if they had done like the memoriam thing for like the 2 straight dudes that happened to be caught in the crossfire?
Oh,
and we
bro.
recognize Greg and Fred, who happened to be caught in the tragic crossfire, and that's it.
They just happened to stumble into this gay bar. They weren't doing anything weird. They weren't having secret gay experiences
They were
behind
just
their
trying to
wives.
do the Lord's work and convert
Yeah.
the gays. They were trying to flip a lesbo.
Yeah, bro. Like, what's the pastor gonna see? Like, we now join these 2 sinners who will spend together in eternal damnation.
Yeah.
We're happy. Well, I'm not that happy. I'm actually
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
disgusted to join you 2 in marriage. But like, I don't know. And also, I'm bummed because I think religious weddings take longer.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, I think we're gonna have to
least
do
there's AC.
fucking mass before, bro.
What do you mean?
Like
Like a tumor?
No, bro, like religious weddings sometimes, like they're gonna get in there and a priest is gonna come out and we're gonna do a whole ass kneel stand Catholic sermon and then go into the wedding. That's how like some religion, it could be a Christian
Just have to
wedding.
sing songs and shit.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, praise God, I love him so much, like shit like that. Like those is like if it's a Catholic wedding. I don't know if
I'd
it's a
skip
Catholic.
that shit, bro.
I kind
The
of
fuck?
stuck going. I don't
Whose
know.
whose wedding is it?
It's like Erica's like good friend is why. So I like got it. I'm the plus one.
You
I'm
don't have to
bringing
go,
a
bro.
flask in for sure. I'm getting drunk, especially if you're gonna make if there is a church service. No disrespect, people want to go to church. That's just
You're
rude.
forcing people.
Dog, hey, straight up, and I don't think Erica will hear this episode before the wedding, so she can get mad at me after.
I like this.
I'm just gonna get up and go to the bathroom like at the start of the church service, and I'm gonna sit in the bathroom on my phone watching sports the entire
Streaming.
until I hear the song played where they're giving communion. I'll come out, get me a little snack, some bread, and the body of Christ, and then I'll be
That cracker dry as hell.
yeah, bro. But I'll be hammered by then. I'll just be drinking in the stall and shit. I'm gonna come out reeking of alcohol.
You're just gonna be like, They're gonna be like doing like the praise God shit or prayers or whatever, and you're just gonna be like, "Amen." Just like, okay,
Hell yeah, man. Amen, brother.
Here, here.
Bro, have you ever been to a Catholic church? Like,
Yes.
Okay, so you know how like you go up, if you receive your Holy Communion or whatever, you put your hands out, you bow, they give you the body of Christ, you eat it.
Dry it. They couldn't just use cheese.
And then you do it. Yeah, but if you haven't done and there's no one checking. Like we could go to a Catholic church and get it right now, but if you're not, you cross your arms over your shoulders like this, and you walk up, and they like fucking bless your forehead, and you don't get the body of Christ. So I took my dad to church, and like I had done Holy Communion because I like was into church like my freshman year. Like I got the communion and shit, and so I could like legally get it. So my dad goes up, and I'm like, hey, cross your arms, and then someone's gonna touch you on the head, and they'll let you go. You don't get the bread. Well, he didn't understand it, so he like walks up, and the guy goes like, and Christ be with you. He touches his forehead, and my dad just keeps standing there, and the guy's like, you can go. And my dad can't hear him because it's loud with the organs playing, and he stands there for like 45 seconds, bro. He's holding up the line like this guy doesn't know what to do. So finally the guy grabs my dad's hands off his shoulders, like pulls them into a thing and puts the bread in his hand and folds it, and he's like, leave. Like he literally just was like it's against the religion to give someone that. That guy just broke all the rules because he thought my dad was like autistic or something. Like he thought there was something wrong.
Dude, how
with
funny would it have been if your dad was just like and then like it was just like an explosion, just like and he was like, I'm Jesus and you're fired. And he was just like,
this is Undercover Boss, and I'm
dude.
Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, dude.
my dad's not real this whole time. It's been just a long con by Jesus waiting to bust the Catholic.
You'd literally be like in the back, just like, I need therapy.
Yeah, come the fuck on, bro.
You'd literally just be like, I don't know that Jesus was an alcoholic. Yeah. Jesus is lit.
Oh,
Jesus
shit,
is lit.
dude.
He's tired.
Jesus, stop drinking your own blood, god damn it, you fucking alcoholic.
I'd literally like if I was there, I'd be like, oh, you skipped the Holocaust time. You came back to bust this random ass guy for giving a cracker? Got it.
Yo, Dad, so you're telling me when you threw a kickball at my leg and I fell and snapped my clavicle, you could have healed that shit and you just watched me cry? The fuck, Jesus?
Is that a real story?
Yes, everything about that was real except my dad being Jesus. You were playing
Except my dad. Yeah, no shit.
Dog, we were playing kickball, like 1v1 kickball. You know, like as you do as a child. Well, you didn't have a dad, but like as your dad would as a child. And we were shitting on my dad like 30 seconds ago, bro. And
I did shitting on and calling someone alcoholic, which is lit, is not the same thing.
All right.
I enjoy your Stacy?
Yeah.
I almost called him Allison.
It's confusing.
I don't know why
though.
I mix it up, bro. I don't know, like,
yeah. They're
no
both
disrespect.
girls' names.
No disrespect. I just don't. Like, I didn't even know your mom had a name. I literally.
Yeah, you just thought she had no name.
No,
like, she shall have no name.
I just thought your mom's name was Stacy, and
that happens a
and
lot.
then your dad's name was just Dad.
We get a lot of like, oh, you have two moms, or like I have like lesbian parents, or a lot of times.
Do you even correct people anymore? You're just like,
don't-
yeah, I do. It's super cool. We're progressive.
Yeah.
Before it was cool.
I think like I don't know. No one is like, hey, what's your parents' names? And I'm like, Stacey Allison. They're like, two moms. So like, but as a child, it happens way more because they're like, well, you know, like some kids like, what's your dad's name? And I'm like, Stacy. And they're like, you have gay parents? And like, I don't know. Now probably because it's funny, I'd just be like, yeah, I got two moms, and then let my dad show up and then be like, wow, you have a really butch mom. Like, what the fuck? Like, let him be super fucking confused the whole time. I don't know. There was a point that it had something to do with, so yeah, my dad, we were playing kickball, and like we played with like peggies, which you could like, if you hit someone below the waist, you're out.
I'm aware.
Dude, and I like kicked one in the outfield, and I was like rounding third, and this fool from the outfield like hoses a line drive. It hits my back foot, which kicks my foot into my other foot, and I flip over, land on my clavicle, and fracture it. And then the best part is like, my dad was like, you're okay. Like, you just fell on it weird. And my mom was like, he's fine. So we went to dinner. This sounds just like my bit, but like, we literally went to dinner that night for Cinco de Mayo and ate tacos and went to my grandma's after. And I remember I was like, my parents were hanging out. Dude, I was like 8 or 9. So like my parents are fucking having drinks with my grandparents, and I'm upstairs like playing video games with my cousin with my arm is in like a sling made with a t-shirt. My clavicle is fractured and I'm playing games. Then my parents, I'm like, they hurt, and they're like, well, you're playing video games, so you're probably not really hurt. And I was like, please, it hurts. And then it was fractured. And then I decided to play football at recess because I didn't want to sit out, and we played tackle football, but everyone was like, hey, don't tackle Brandon. And we had like one kind of not all there kid, you know, that would play.
You got tackled by an autistic?
Basically, and he tackled me into a tree, and then it broke my clavicle. And then I
Where the fuck are you guys playing? The forest?
Dude, I don't know. There was like one tree in the whole place, and then it healed, and then I refractured it again on the last day of school.
Well, which one?
My right one.
So this one?
Yeah.
They should give me your weakness.
No. Now this one's stronger. Like this one's almost impossible to break now because the bone reformed.
We'll see if we ever get in a fight. Let's see if you could eat a bat to the fucking eat a bat.
Just go for my left one, dude. That one will break
slugger.
like a normal. Oh shit, dude. You want to move into the would you rathers and wrap this podcast up?
Let's do it.
Real quick though, you've established on this podcast that you normally don't like to go down on women and all that.
I don't remember.
You did in the drunk one.
That.
In the drunk one, you did. The drunk one, we had to do a lot of editing on that one.
I feel like you're making this up because you don't know. I don't remember a word I said.
No, well, I had to go back and listen to it and edit it. The reason I'm asking this is have you ever 69'd in honor of the 69th episode?
Yeah, I have 69 with a girlfriend, but instead of my mouth, I just was like
the fake tongue, like in the. You ever seen The Sitter with Jonah Hill? Where he's like, you got a fake chower. He's like, you gotta put it right back and make the noises. And he's like, you gotta write the alphabet with your tongue. Tell her a beautiful story. He's like, I like to write a ballad to her about my love for her and shit. I saw that movie with my parents when I was like 12 years old. That's the first scene of the movie is him talking about eating pussy. And my mom was like, and we're done watching this shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, I was just curious if you, I don't know.
I'm waiting for the right girl to come along. Because let me clarify something now sober about going down on girls and, well, the lack of going down on girls.
Yeah.
You should see the skanks that I'm hooking up with, man.
No. To your defense, like
Tinder girls that are like willing to fuck like without you buying them anything. I'm not putting my lips on your pussy, bro.
And that's the thing is I mean, well, so most of these girls do suck dick because they're just horny women and they
a lot of them like it.
But and I get that, but like I mean I get not wanting to go down on like a complete stranger. And that's the thing is that this girl matched with you, and you were able to get her over to hang out with you to hook up in a car 7 hours later. It's probably not her first time this week.
No, and it's also not a lot of times like the girls will hit you up and they'll be like, well, if you want to do this tonight, I'm down. And you're just like, okay.
And no disrespect. Go get that dick, go get laid, but like you can't like
especially if it's with me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat off a dirty plate. I get it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Fuck no.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I got your back on this one. I respect it. I respect it. Yeah. I mean,
if anything, they need to have more restraint.
Yeah.
Like I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like they'll ask, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like, are you serious? And I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. And then I have to explain why, and they're like, you're calling me a skank, or you think I'm dirty? Like I'm not. Like I'm not. Like they think that like they take it personally. I'm like, it's not you. It's all the skanks.
Yeah, it's like, look, I understand the argument if the girl's like, well, like I sucked your dick and like I'm clean and I get that, and like you said, you're not looking at her and being like, you dirty hoe. I'm sure she's taking a shower. I'm sure she's cleaned it and all that stuff. But like you said, if she hits you up and is like, hey, here's the deal. If you want to get your fuck on, like, this is what you got to do. Pick me up here. Like, she sent that shit out like a invite to like a party. So like, you're not the only one getting that. Like, no disrespect to you. It's not like you're like fucking Channing Tatum and she's like, oh my God, this opportunity. I must throw my pussy at him.
Right. Yeah.
She just was like, oh, he's attractive. Like, I'm going to fuck him, which like it's you know what I mean? Unless her only type is Galyn Nash and she's just been waiting for Galyn Nash to show up.
My Prince Charming.
Yeah, she's throwing this offer out there like a fucking newspaper ad. The more
Speaking of though, like if like I kissed a frog and it turned into a girl, I would go down on her.
Well,
Just like, you
dude,
know what
yeah.
she's been through. Let me give
Yeah.
you some pleasure.
This bitch was a frog 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. She definitely has genital warts if she was a frog for sure.
It's fine with me.
You know, yeah, I don't know. And it's just, there's no problem with it because, I don't know, hooking up is drama free. It's weird because, like, I started dating Erica, like, relatively soon after high school. Like, we met, like, at the start, like, going into the second year of junior college. So, like, that, you know, I was just right out of high school. And, like, I had a thing with the girl right out of high school, too. So, like, the nice thing I'm sure now is
It's a nice way to say that you've only had sex with 2 people.
yeah. I had no shame, bro. And then like the thing is like the drama in high school of anytime having thing like you remember subtweeting, dude? Was Twitter big at Fountain Valley and in high school?
No, we had a page called FVHS Exposed and FVHS Gayest and like FVHS like Skanks or FVHS Ratchets or whatever, and it was just like this page that would like post like oh so and so like fucked in the backfield and, like and like a video of it and shit like that, like so like it was like a mean page, but there was nothing like people being like, I think that Olivia is a cunt. And
yeah,
then,
we
like,
had pages like that and shit.
That's so funny.
But we also like, cause we had like it was crazy, bro. And this is weird that it didn't happen to you. Like Twitter got so like. Twitter started to be a real big thing like my freshman year, and then by like end of sophomore year, like everyone and their mom had a Twitter, like in our grade.
Sure.
But like people would do shit like if me and Erica like all of a sudden like like after class one day, like I'm walking her to the next class, like people are like whoa, like there's like people would subtweet people like that, like like I would see you walking with like let's Hannah Silvers, and like Hannah Silvers is a whore.
Is that a real girl?
No, I just made that name up.
I was excited. I was about to look her up.
I was just like, well, I gotta write that name down.
You said she's a whore, huh? Let's find out.
Yeah, no. So like Hannah Silvers is a whore. So then like people would tweet be like, damn G.
Why don't we use a real name that went to Brett? Savannah Fiesel.
Savannah Fiesel, yeah. So I actually don't know that bitch, so I'm fine using that. I do know her now, but I didn't know her back then, so I'm fine using that. So yeah, like it's like I'd tweet like multiple people wouldn't tag you guys, but they would be like coded like damn G with Savannah or like damn G getting the hoe shit, like damn, like people would just call people out like that. It was the weirdest
on
thing.
Twitter,
dude. I swear to God, like bro, this is gonna like this. I'm gonna sound like a bitch in this scenario, and that's okay. But like I had this girl, like I had a girlfriend that would like subtweet flirt with another guy, and I was like, you guys are subtweeting each other. She's like, no, they're completely like unrelated, and we like broke up because of it, because I was like, you're literally like your tweets make sense, like flirting with each other. People would flirt, subtweet, people would fight, like people would have like if we were a couple, I'd get on and be like, nothing's funnier than when you just don't listen, and then you would tweet without tagging me like, sometimes you don't realize that you're the one who doesn't listen, and then it'd be like real funny coming from the guy who never has time. Like people would do this. This was a real thing at Brea, and so this wasn't a thing at Fountain Valley.
No,
dude, I thought everyone
people would like fight in person, and you would just
we're all just some white bitches.
Yeah,
like,
it would literally just be like, if you saw it, you saw it. If you missed it, you missed it. You heard about it later, and maybe there'd be a video. Like there's one time, and this is my favorite fight of high school story to tell, just because I saw it. I was literally running, and I was coming back to school, and so like we would run during like normal kids like 6 periods, and we would be like coming back like onto campus because we were fast. We'd be coming back.
we were fast.
We'd be coming back onto campus as like school was like getting out for all the the losers that had like a 6 period. In, like,
I
gym.
feel bad for those people.
I don't like, you wasted your time.
Yeah.
Like, how did you not do a sport?
Yeah.
Or like a club or anything. You really had periods 1 through 6.
Yeah.
And it was like all actual class.
Yeah. You
Pass away. Yeah. But like, so we'd come back, and so like I noticed like this group clumping up, and I was like, well, there's got to be a fight.
Yeah.
And so I like I swerved into the you'd run on the street, and so then I was just like, well, and I swerved into the parking lot just to check it out, and boy oh boy, it was this girl, Mandy May, and she was at this time she was like a freshman, and she was fighting like a senior girl. Or a junior girl.
Yeah.
And like they were fighting or whatever, and Mandy's mom like pulled up to like pick her up. saw her daughter getting into a fight and got out of her car and beat the fuck out of the other girl.
Like the mom?
Yeah, the Mandy's mom. And it might not even be Mandy. I could just be totally mixing this up.
But
There's a video on Facebook if I were to go back like 10 years. Her mom, the mom, let me put it this way. The mom of the freshman girl beat the fuck out of the 17-year-old girl, like in front of everybody. And like the supervision light came out, and they probably knew that there was a fight going on, but they were like, it's after hours. They're in the parking lot, like whatever. It'll break itself up. Yeah. And then like the mom came out and started whipping her ass, and I remember like the supervision lady was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she goes,
"Yeah, what a psycho."
Yeah, dude, like it was crazy. And the girl, the mom got arrested for like beating up a minor.
What a
like,
cunt.
dude. But like to me, I think that's fucking hilarious because I just remember like, and having kids is not something that's on my like, my dream board.
Yeah.
Or like whatever,
Yeah.
But it's something to where like if I ever like pulled up and I saw like my son like getting in a fight, you better win that shit, bro, because I'm not helping. Like,
For real,
what I mean?
if I
Like,
see him getting beat, I'm driving away. You're walking home
yeah,
today.
yeah,
Like,
dude, yeah.
You didn't
not
earn the ride.
Not because I'm disappointed. Like at least you tried, but mop that fool.
Yeah, do
you know
better.
What I mean?
Do better
Like,
next
yeah,
time. I
you're
didn't
either-
raise you to do this.
You're either gonna win that fight or you're gonna learn a lesson, and that's I'm not gonna step in and piece up some fucking. Because also I know that me being me, I would like step up and then get my ass killed too. Like
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
There's nothing more embarrassing than. And there's also that kid, the kid that like beat up my son and then beat me up too, would automatically just be a legend forever.
The coolest
Forever.
kid ever.
Yeah.
They beat up generations of your family. Like he beat up 2 generations of Nashes.
He'd
like
be
in
stepping
one
over us.
swing.
He'd
Yeah.
be stepping over us. Tell your dad too.
Yeah,
and you two tell your dad too. I'm coming. Both y'all dads. I'm fucking coming.
You gotta call him sir now, even though he's 17. Like
Fuck,
every
bro.
time, hey sir, how you doing?
He would literally never live it down either. He'd be like working at Little Caesars in like 10 years, and like a customer would like come in and be like, I ended this bloodline one time.
Dog, there'd be people like us assholes on podcasts 10 years later, like, bro, you remember when Jimmy beat up the entire family of the Craigs? Like, what the fuck was that?
Because I'm still talking about this one girl's mom beating up the. Imagine if the mom ended up getting pieced up.
They gotta transfer schools.
I've never
and
thought of it.
shit. Yeah.
Dude, if her mom stepped in to fight that girl and got her ass beat too, or like knocked out too, like that girl
shit's
would
embarrassing.
have to transfer schools.
Yeah.
No, like there's no coming immediately. There's
Yeah.
no coming back. You would literally have to leave your locker with the stuff in it. Like there's no coming back from that.
Delete your social. Get the fuck
I feel
out
like
of there.
okay, since we're about to do the would you rather's, would
Yeah.
you rather you
Okay.
rather when you're in high school you get in a fight and your dad steps in and you both get your ass beat, or would you rather like a sex tape of you like and your girlfriend get leaked around the school?
Oh wow.
And you were bad in it.
The sex tape, because even if I'm bad, in the end, people are gonna just hype me up that I had sex.
Okay, that's true.
And eventually, because here's the thing. Also, when we're 21, no one gives a fuck. Like, remember how big of a thing it was? Like, oh my god, like so and so had sex. No one gives a fuck now. Like, everyone's fucking. Like it'd be more weird if you were like, oh, like so and so, they've been dating a year and they haven't fucked. You'd be like,
Right, yeah.
What? So no one cares. So eventually, no one would care. But like we were saying about people talking about it, I would be 35 and like with my wife and kids, and they'd be like, Brandon Lejean, be like, yo. Oh, I haven't seen you since you and your dad both got your ass beat. Like, that's never leaving.
That'd be so funny.
Ever.
You would have to just stand there and be like, well, it's actually not Lejean anymore. I had to take that kid's last name.
I'm actually Brandon Klein. I took my girlfriend's
No, not your girlfriend's name. He's just like, I took the guy who beat up me and my dad. His dad. I took his last name. It's like, yeah, dude.
Oh shit, bro,
I'm
you
Brandon
legally
Smith.
should. Yeah. This is my
Dude.
bloodline now,
Dude. I was actually.
There was a Brandon Smith in my school.
I was
actually.
I was
That's funny.
thinking about that on the flight here, actually, about like, because I watched Hot Tub Time Machine, and
Great movie.
There's the scene where they find out that he hyphenated his name with his wife's last name, and I was thinking, why do girls even like take the dude's last name? Because like for guys, it's like chilling. You show up to the wedding, you get married, and you sign the paper, and that's it. For girls, they show up to the wedding, sign the paper, and then they have to go to the DMV.
Yeah,
and, like change everything.
That'd be kind of a
everything.
funny bit.
And they have to change their. I'm trying. That's what I was thinking, because I was just like, I think it's funny, but also that's how it should work. Like imagine if like you had to take the last name of the dude that like beat you up, or like
Yeah, no,
you know
there
what I
should
mean?
be like social, like certain social things that if they happen to you, like boom, you're his bloodline now.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like you're his bitch. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, no,
There's
dude.
something there.
No,
There's
for
something
sure.
there,
Cause yeah, it is kind of like, well, because it
back
is
in the day, there was no like DMV. So like when you got married, people would just like Martha married George, and it's like, okay, cool, you guys are the Washingtons now.
Yeah.
But now it's like paperwork. You have to change your Twitter handle. Like it's like fuck,
dude. There's so much, and like, cause it's one of those things. Because like, I totally get like if a girl was like, I don't really want to change my name because like I wouldn't want to change my name, but like I feel like at least you got to do the hyphenate, like I can respect that if you like have like a career or something and you're like, oh, like, you know, I've made my name as this. Yeah, like I want to be like, you know, Galyn Lejean Nash. Like, you know, if we were a gay like I get that.
Right.
But like if we're gonna get married and you're just gonna stay Galyn Nash, I'm gonna stay Brandon Lejean. Like, what are we doing? You just want half my shit. Like, and
well, who cares? Like, it's just a name, bro.
I guess
doesn't mean that our love isn't infinite.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you then, dude.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said. I talked over what you said, and I was just gonna pretend like I heard what you said.
What a great host,
dude. Yeah, you know, I gotta fake it till I make it.
Dude. But
what were you gonna say?
I forgot. No, I was just thinking about like how whack it is that people like change their names.
Yeah, it's kind of something that I would be really okay if it just died out forever.
Yeah, but also, you know, the reason that it's still around is because like when you have kids, then it gets confusing, and it's like, why is Daddy's last name different, or like whatever, and it's like because we don't love you. But
I get that. It's only gonna get messier too with like I like the feminist movement is good for some stuff, like, but then like it's like I know that like that's gonna be, it already kind of is a hot button issue, but I'm sure even more eventually it's gonna be like they're oppressing us by making us take, and it's like, I don't know.
I'm not making you do shit.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. I don't know. Don't most girls like, I'll go like, since they're a fucking infant, be like, I can't wait till it's Mr. and Mrs. Lejean. Like, isn't that what you wanted? Like,
no, not a single girl woke up asking for the last name to be Lejean.
You know what the fuck I meant.
Brandon Lejardo.
Yeah, dude, and I'm sure no one wants to marry a person named Galyn, dude. So we both got shit.
At least they don't have to take that name.
Yeah, well, and you're gonna die alone, so it doesn't matter. We've established it.
I don't like when people say that. Like you're gonna die alone. It's like, no, I'm gonna die with the person I love most in the world, me.
Yeah, okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna die alone. No, I'm not. Very much happy with who I am.
I was just gonna be like, well, don't worry, like I'd be there at your deathbed if I was alive. And then
You're not
after
invited
that
now.
statement, I was like, I don't want to come.
You're not invited, so that's fine.
Also, with the amount of brain damage I have, you're probably gonna outlive me.
Okay, well, don't put that evil on me. Knock on wood.
You want to die before? Sorry.
I don't want to die before you, but I don't want you to curse me into it.
To jinx it, and then like you're gonna get hit by like a meteor before this podcast ends.
I thought you were gonna say something more realistic than that, and I was gonna be very mad.
All right, fair enough. All right, we're gonna move into the would you rather's and end this podcast. All right, would you rather wear the same socks or same underwear for a week straight? And if you wear like with the socks, just assume you have to wear shoes. Like you can't just be like socks and like slides, because that's obviously way different. Or like socks and sandals.
This is the dumbest question I've ever heard.
Well, you gotta answer.
Because I'm a man that literally does both.
That's why
already.
That's why it's a great question, because I want to know like which one. Okay, so then let's
socks,
put it this way.
Socks, because no girls like, you know, girls take off my underwear. They don't take off my socks. I could do that myself. So it's like I could hide the smell of the socks. But I also jerk off with my underwear on, and I use like the elastic band of the underwear on top of my ball sack. And then when you're like jerking off, it like adds pressure to your ball sack, so you don't have to like hold your balls yourself.
Yeah.
And so like my underwear smells like sweaty nutsack.
Well, underwear, bro, like, if you wear underwear for, like, a day, like, that shit smells. Like, it smells around your butt, because that shit goes up in your butt, and shit comes out of it. Like, your balls smell. You sweat. Like, yeah. I think the socks you could get away with more.
One time, so for cross-country, we wear short shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
I wore the same pair of short shorts for 6 straight weeks.
Oh, that's
and
so
it was
gross,
the
dude.
most ungodly smell in the world.
Why'd you do it for so long?
Just to see how long I could do it.
And 6 weeks or 6 months?
Weeks.
Jesus
Months.
Christ.
Yeah, it was 6
Still,
weeks.
6 weeks is
it was,
so fucking
dude, it was
long.
something like 50-something days. It was like,
damn,
yeah,
bro.
it was like, and like the shorts were putrid. It rained a couple times, so like it was like a natural
Were
wash.
they all like crusty with like sweat stains and shit?
Bro, the worst. And they were my red ones. They had holes in it,
gross,
and
dude.
but I'm sweating into these, and it's also at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so like I already like smell like ball sack.
Yeah.
Like I don't, but my ball sack smells like ball sack. So
Yeah.
my shorts are gonna start smelling like ball sack, times 1,000 times 50. Like so it's like 500,000 ball sack. And it would, but like, dude, it would be the point where people would know that I walked into the locker room.
Bro, how were you okay with being the smelly person? Like,
because I wasn't the smelly person. I was just Galyn.
God, you
like
are just
not in
your
like a
commitment
disgusting
to
way.
the bit.
Yeah, I just
respect
wanted,
it.
dude,
You
and like
dirty bitch.
it was the funniest fucking. It was because I would just leave in my locker, so it would just like fester. One time I shitted in my homie's locker. Like we would just like fuck around like that because I wasn't the only one wearing the shorts like that. We all were doing that, and I just happened to last the longest. And then I won, and then just decided to keep doing it for a couple more weeks just to prove a point.
Dad.
Like what's that movie Ender's Game? It's like you hit the guy one time, and then you fucking when he's on the ground, you hit him again, so he never tries it again.
That's gross, dude. I'm glad that you now
asked.
don't. I'm glad you don't do that now. Like, I'd be pretty upset if you were wearing the same. I mean, you don't do. You have only done laundry one time.
I also have a lot of underwear.
Yeah, that's okay. Fair enough. That's good. All right, this last would you rather. It made me think of you because you got mad that I skipped a Pitbull song yesterday, and you watch House a lot.
Great.
So, would you rather be? Oh, my fucking laptop closed right as I was reading it. What are the odds? All right, would you rather be anally fisted by the rapper Pitbull for 5 hours while he whispers lyrics into your ears, or miss 5 years of your life from a medically induced coma? So you got your shit from House that you like and Pitbull. Which one would you rather have? Anally fisted for 5 hours with Pitbull in your ear, or 5 years of a coma?
Oh, Pitbull's not the one fisting me?
He is fisting you.
Oh. I thought you said Pitbull was like, I was just listening to AirPods while it was happening.
No. He is fisting you, and he's going like,
Pitbull
what's a Pitbull
Essentials.
song? What's a Pitbull? What's that famous one? The party.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he's going to be like, just fisting you for 5 hours, or you're in a coma for 5 years.
See, my asshole doesn't open the way that I would like it to anyway. So like,
He's doing you a favor.
no. I'm saying that like his hand wouldn't even get up there.
No, he's gonna lube it up, and he's gonna have medical
Can it be
devices.
a small child?
Is that what gets you off? Is you want it to be a
No,
small
I'm just saying it's
child?
the only
Galyn,
thing-
you heard it here. Galyn Nash wants a small child to fist him.
No.
Sure, dude.
I'm just saying to be the only one that I can't get my own hand up there, and
no,
I have
all
child
right,
hands.
for sure. What Pitbull has a smaller hand, so it could fit in your ass.
It's the guy from Scary Movie 3 hand.
yeah.
Or Scary Movie 2 hand.
Yeah, with the little tiny hand. Yeah, so
I made this just for you.
Yeah, so that guy's fisting you while singing Pitbull in your ear for 5 hours, or you're in a coma for 5 years.
You said a medically induced coma?
Yeah, so it's so like you won't
So
die.
that means that I have something else that they had to put me down for.
Well,
so I'll
just
go
in
ahead
this
and-
scenario, when you come out of the
Like it was just
coma,
a
you're
bet?
fine.
It was
Yeah,
just a bet?
Yeah, it was just that Pitbull had a lot of money to spend, and he somehow was like, "All right,
Would you
you're getting
rather?
fisted, or you're going in a coma." You owed him some money.
I'd probably go for the fisting thing because I know that I'd be pretty disappointed if I woke up from the coma like 5 years later and my facial hair still looked like this. I'd be
Just
like, wow,
the-
really 5 years later, I thought that I would have made it,
Yeah, you don't even have like the coma beard. Like I'm like, Galyn, it's been like a week since I've seen you, right? Like it's been 5 years, dude. I'm like, are you sure? Yeah.
Also, I'm very involved in watching people and predicting what people are doing, and like I'm the guy that whenever a guy starts seeing a new girl, before they do anything, they have them meet me, and then I give them the fucking green light. And I will say there's only one couple I've ever given the green light to with the chick, like the vibe check, whatever, and they're still together. So
I'm confused.
I'm saying that,
People
like, if
come
I
to you
miss
like
5
the
years-
fucking Dawn.
yes,
And
yes, they do.
like-
Yes.
Yeah, Mr.
Dude,
Nash,
I
is
used
it
to-
okay if I date this girl?
I was talking with someone last night, and literally, bro, I dude, in high school there was 2 times where I predicted when a couple would break up almost to the day, months later. It's easy to do when you all you do is fucking watch people. And
When are me and Eric gonna break up? Can you give me a heads up?
see, I don't know because I wasn't there in the beginning.
Yeah.
You guys are already in a phase that's so late now that it's
It's too hard to predict.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't.
I get you,
could
yeah.
be. It literally could be tomorrow. She could
Yeah.
literally just be like, I don't feel it anymore.
I mean, at least I could leave her in California then. So.
Yeah, you're hoping it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck.
good luck on
I
the
hope you're
flight.
right,
Yeah. It'd be so funny. No, but shit like that. So it's if I lost 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
all of like people change all this time. So like everybody would just be different. Like there'd be no predicting it. Watch me miss 5 straight Angels championships and they never win again.
Yeah,
You know what I
that'd
mean?
be so funny.
Yeah. And I'd also, I'd be missing the prime of Mike Trout and Ohtani. So I'm going to go ahead and for Shohei get fisted.
For the love of Shohei.
What the fuck would you do?
Yeah, I'd probably get fisted. But that's just because I'm a big fan of Pitbull music. You know, just want
You're
an
not. You
excuse
skipped
to-
the song
I know, I'm just
yesterday.
kidding. Talk about a free 5-hour
Also, I'm not-
concert, bro.
I'm not. You said 5 hours of
Yeah.
fisting?
That said though.
I thought it was just like a.
like one like he just has to penetrate and you're over with. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
You're getting his whole discography.
Well, actually, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad unless he was really good at like stamina. Like he'll get tired and then just eventually just be like,
Well, also hear me out. What if Pitbull finds your anal G spot? And now this might be the best 5 hours of your life.
my butthole still doesn't have a G spot. So
How do you know it doesn't have a G
no,
spot?
I mean like the actual hole itself, not the like the shaft or like the cavern.
dude, he's gonna be fisting you. His fist.
That's what I'm
is
saying.
going-
My asshole skin, like the actual hole itself, like the last rim of defense.
Yes.
Is still going to be ripped no matter if he finds that pleasure
okay, yeah,
spot
fair
or
enough.
not.
Yeah,
you know
you
what I
are
mean?
gonna be. Your ass is gonna be blown out for
Yeah.
weeks. I don't think Pitbull has 5 hours of music. If we're
Here,
being
actually,
honest.
I'm gonna go with the coma thing because I know that I'll slip into a coma anyway from the fucking from the fisting. So I'll just skip the pain part and just go straight into the coma.
That's a great answer. All right, fuck. We're gonna wrap it up on that. I like that answer. I mean, you've been on before, but real quick, if you want to promote your stuff and mention it.
Barely Serious podcast, the
Yep.
greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
Time magazine has the first it was like we got Osama and they were like introducing the top 10 podcasts in the world. And
I have it in my room. I jerk off to that magazine every time. It's beautiful. It's awesome.
That just means that we swap fluids. But yeah, dude, thanks for having me on and go Angels.
Yeah, for real. Thanks for being on. If you guys,
Eagles suck.
what?
Oh wait, no. What were you gonna say nice about me?
You already said the Eagles suck. Anyway. All right, guys, that's it. No,
That's
I was just
the end of the podcast.
I was just gonna say, if you guys enjoyed our banter, he'll be back on. He's my roommate, but also on Barely Serious. If you go check it out, I think like 2 episodes, I was on it, and we're gonna do.
You are on episode 71. That was the first time you were on. You're on episode 106 and 107, which is a roadcast, and you're on episode 113.
Wow, you remember? Last time you were on, I think I was like, you were on like episode 29. You were actually on episode 8, bro. Like you were on one of the first fucking episodes. But yeah, you can see more of us. Like we're gonna do like a reoccurring roommate thing on Barely Serious, and I'm sure he'll be back on here occasionally. Because we fucking live together and we got a bunch of shit to talk about. Other than that, guys,
And as you know, with podcast guests, oftentimes we get blown off. So
yeah, that happens a lot too. And neither of us are like, hey man, we don't want to be your backup option. We fucking get it that people like hour before a podcast like, hey man, something fucking came up, and you're like, all right,
and
thanks.
in my lazy ass, it's like the day before the episode's supposed to be out. So I'm just like, hey Brandon, you want to be on 2 episodes?
I get you. Other than that, guys, thank you for listening. If you're listening, guys, Monday, July 19th, 7 p.m. at Straight Up Barbershop in Brea, California. We're doing a shop show with super funny comedians.
Trash
we got
lineup.
me, Mike Kim, Dom Pierno, AJ Santos, Adam Chong, Jessica Roses, Troy Douglas, Ross Copeland, and then Dio Reynoso is hosting. We got a great lineup. Come out and see it. It's free. We got free beer, all that shit. Otherwise, thank you for listening. Make sure you rate, subscribe, and review.
Dom sucks.
And Dom sucks. Most importantly, though, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.